Hey guys, welcome back to the Zilinski life. Today I am doing a cooking video. I am making some sweet and sour chicken in the Instant Pot. This is a very easy recipe. It's cheap to make. It's something that my husband and I really enjoy. I haven't made it in a little while and I'm missing a few measuring cups, so I'm gonna kind of wing it a little bit. But I will link the recipe down below if you guys want to check it out. It turns out perfect every time I do it. So for this recipe you need 1.5 pounds of boneless skinless chicken thighs cut into 1-inch chunks. Now I personally just use boneless skinless chicken breast because it's just what I prefer, but chicken thighs would definitely have more flavor. 2 tablespoons of canola oil. I'm just using, I think, vegetable oil. Yeah, that's what I had, but whatever kind of oil, just so that we can saute the chicken first. 1 tablespoon of minced ginger, 6 garlic cloves minced. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today, you guys. I am just using like pre-minced garlic. Half a teaspoon red chili flakes, 1/4 cup ketchup, 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar, 4 teaspoons reduced sodium soy sauce, 1/3 cup white granulated sugar, 1/2 cup pineapple juice, 10-ounce can of pineapple chunks, and 1 red bell pepper. And then you will also need some cornstarch and more pineapple juice to make the slurry, which is what will thicken up the sauce. So I'm gonna kind of take you guys through what I'm doing here. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to turn my Instant Pot onto saute. And that is so that we can first brown our chickens. We're just gonna give it a couple minutes. I've already put my oil in there, but you would wanna put your 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever you're using, into the pan and just wait a little bit for it to get hot. All right, once that's had a bit of time to heat up, you can go ahead and put your chicken in, your chicken chunks. Mine are already cut up. And once we've got our chicken in there, we can go ahead and start moving it around so that we can evenly brown all sides. All right, once your chicken starts looking like this, you can go ahead and turn off the saute function and go with the rest of the recipe. Now, I know what you're thinking. That is not browned chicken, and you would be right. If I were to saute it longer, it would start browning. I'll kind of give you an example here, although it's barely browned. I don't know how well you guys can see that. You probably can't on camera, but you would want it a little more brown than that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and keep cooking this. Like, I'm just gonna proceed with the rest of the recipe because I am hungry and I want to eat now. But you would, I mean, you could brown it a lot more than this. You would just saute it longer, or you could do it in a pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off for now, and we can go and do the rest of the recipe. Cody is graciously watching Freya while I
How did you get so cute?
While I film this video for you guys.
Show me my smiles. You got smiles for me?
But she's being fussy, so.
Yeah. Okay, let's do one zoomies. Hello, snowman. Hello, I love you. Hello, great Bobby's eggs. Hello, I love you. Hello, weird wolf egg. Hello, I love you. Hello, thanks. Hello, I love you. Hello, crazy painting. Hello, I love you. Hello, mommy's new camera. Hello, I love you.
All right, continuing on here. So we want to add our ginger, our garlic, and all that good stuff. So ginger, we want 1 tablespoon, which I can't even fit this into the jar, so that was a stupid idea. I'm gonna eyeball it. All right, so there's our ginger. And then they say 6 garlic cloves, but we don't have garlic cloves, so we're gonna do minced ginger, which is this. Also, if you can hear Freya crying, I apologize. Like I said, she's very fussy right now. We're Ukrainian in this household. We like a lot of garlic, so putting a lot of garlic in there. I know it's not like the best camera setup, but I'm trying, okay. All right, then we need our ½ teaspoon of red chili flakes. Again, we're gonna kind of eyeball here. Then we need a ¼ cup of ketchup, and I don't have quite a ¼ cup. I apparently am missing it, so we're gonna just do a little less than this 1/3 cup. Good enough? And then we need a ¼ cup of apple cider vinegar. Again, I don't have a ¼ cup measuring cup, so I'm just gonna do a little less than 1/3. Then we need 1/3 cup granulated white sugar. We need 4 teaspoons of soy sauce, and again, I just kind of eyeball that. Then we need ½ cup of pineapple juice, which I'm just taking right out of the can here. Sorry, I know it's not the best angle for you guys, but there you go. There's ½ cup of pineapple juice. And then our pineapple chunks. And then you'll see I have a little bit of pineapple juice left, and that's good because that is what we're going to use to make our slurry at the end. And then we need our bell pepper as well, which I've already chopped up. All right, now we can stir it. Make sure everything's combined. Actually, I think normally you would probably stir this before adding in your pineapple chunks and bell pepper, but what's done is done. We're committed now, people. All right, so then you have a mixture that looks like this, and then you would come down here. Now the instructions say to do poultry for 5 minutes, but we of course don't have the poultry function, so I am going to go to pressure cook. So then we're going to put it on for 5 minutes if I can. So you want to put it on for 5 minutes on pressure cook if you don't have poultry function. And then we can go ahead and put our lid on. Get our lid on, 5 minutes on high, and start. And that's it. So we leave it in there for 5 minutes to cook. Then we do what's called a 10-minute natural release, which just means that once it turns off, you leave it for 10 minutes, let the pressure naturally release itself, and then we will manually release whatever pressure is left, and then we can make our slurry and serve it over some rice. Okay, so now that the Instant Pot has finished cooking, we're doing our natural release now, so we're just waiting. We're about 6 minutes into it, 4 minutes left to go, so I'm going to start making the slurry, which will thicken up the sauce. All right, so in here I have our 4 tablespoons of pineapple juice. And then I need 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So we're going to go ahead and add that in here. 1, 2. All right, and then what you want to do is you want to mix it up really well so that there's no clumps or anything in it. And then once we are ready to get back into our Instant Pot, we're going to turn it on to saute, and we're going to mix this in. And we're going to saute it for another about 5 minutes to help thicken up the sauce. All right, so you should have something that looks like that. No clumps or anything. Well, the clumps in here is from the pineapple juice, but like you don't want any clumps of cornstarch. All right, now that we've done the 10 minutes natural release, we can go ahead and release the rest. All right, now we can open. And we're gonna turn this to saute. And now we can mix in our slurry. So once you've added in that slurry, you can go ahead and keep cooking it on a saute for 5 minutes, and then once it's done, you can go ahead and turn off your Instant Pot. And now we're gonna let this rest for 5 to 7 minutes. This sauce is gonna start to thicken up as it cools, and then we can go ahead and serve it. All right, now you can see that this is thickened up a little bit. Now if you wanted it thicker, you could just make more slurry and add it to it. I'm fine with the consistency it is, and again, this will continue to thicken up as it cools. And then you just serve it over some rice with some veggies, which I've chosen to do broccoli. And there you have it. Now the recipe says you can garnish it with green onions and sesame seeds, but I don't have that. But really it's just for garnishing. You don't need it for flavor. It is delicious. This is an easy recipe to make. It's pretty quick. I know they tell you it's 5 minutes cook time, but of course you have to wait for your Instant Pot to actually preheat and everything. I would say all in all it probably takes about 30 to 40 minutes, start to finish, prep time, cook time, cool down, slurry making, all that kind of stuff. So if you give this recipe a try, give it a thumbs up, let me know in the comments down below how it turned out, and I will chat with you guys in the next video. Bye!